Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Straight Fire Picks. Best bets for NBA on Monday, January 10th, 2022. We got NBA player props, spreads, over-unders here for you today. My name is Steve and we're going to have 4 picks that I think are great value bets for the Monday NBA slate. As always, just want to thank you all for your continued support on the channel. If you're new to the channel here today, please be sure to hit that like and subscribe button. Always appreciate that. We're trying to reach 1,350 subscribers here by the end of the week. If you're a returning viewer, please also consider hitting that like button as well. It really does help us out. You guys have been absolutely crushing it here on the channel as far as the subscriber goals and things of that nature. You guys have been awesome, so I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Be sure to also check out our community Discord page. We'll have a link down in the comment section and in the description of that where you can check that out. It's a great place to connect with our community and to get new ideas for bets. Be sure to also put your favorite pick down below in the comment section. If you like your pick included in our comment capper section, just be sure to put a star or an asterisk next to your pick, and we'll include your pick in the video if it hits. Okay, now results from the previous episode. So far, the stream results, we went 3-1. We were 1 bucket away from a 4-0 sweep. DeJounte Murray let us down, but what can you do? Finished with 19 points. We needed over 20.5. He actually cashed his PRA line as well. We were able to cash, though, the Dallas Mavericks plus 3.5 spread there versus the Chicago Bulls. They won outright in that game. We also cashed the under rather easily there in the Nuggets Thunder game as well. And then we also cashed the Fred VanVleet over 35.5 PRAs. He finished with 39. So we love to see it, guys. 3-1. Let's get back after it today. Let's get this 4-0. Let's keep the winning momentum going. So let's get right into our picks. And number 1. We are going with LaMelo Ball over 18.5 points here for the Charlotte Hornets at minus 104 odds. So the Hornets here taking on the Milwaukee Bucks, and this is a great matchup here for LaMelo Ball. The Bucks allow the 9th most points in the NBA to point guards. We love seeing that. Ball is already 3-0 in his career to this line versus the Milwaukee Bucks. Had just 19 the last game too, and he got foul trouble there with 5 fouls. Missed a free throw at the end, so his minutes were limited. He only played 26 minutes. I don't think we'll have that problem on a consistent basis. So as long as Ball gets his minutes here, I think he'll definitely cash this line. Like I said, 3-0 in his career versus the Bucks. He's averaging 27.3 points per game versus the Bucks in his career. So obviously, love to see that. His, the motivation of when he's playing against Giannis is obviously big. Those two already had a moment with the jersey swap. So there's a little bit of, competition between those two. So it kind of fuels Ball, and you can see that. He gets up more shot attempts versus the Bucks. Still put up 19 shot attempts in just 26 minutes. So look for that to continue. There's no reason for that to really change. His averages overall on the season pretty solid at home, too. He averages 20.2 points per game at home versus 18.8 points per game on the road. So we like seeing that. This is a home game here for the Hornets. And Mondays, believe it or not, are actually Ball's best day of the week as far as his scoring average. LaMelo Ball averages 22.6 points per game on Mondays. So, is that significant? It's just one of those extra things that, hey, it's one of those extra statistics and trends. Maybe he feels extra better on Mondays. Who knows? Some of those things are just mysteries when you really look at them. Ball overall 8-8 in his last 16 games to this line with 2 hooks. That's still pretty solid overall, but particularly here, loving the matchup, loving the history he's had here versus the Bucks. So take it there for your number 1 pick, LaMelo Ball over 18.5 points here for the Hornets at minus 104 odds. Okay, and at number 2, we're going with the Cleveland Cavaliers minus 4.5 spread here versus the Sacramento Kings at minus 110 odds. So both of these teams here are on a back-to-back after playing yesterday. And if both these teams are on a back-to-back, I'm going to take the Cavs every day of the week. Cavs are 13-6-1 on the road against the spread. Kings are 10-13 at home against the spread. So obviously, significant edge there for the Cavs. They have been an absolute heater on the road and at home. They've been the best spread, one of the best spread teams in the NBA, so we love seeing that. Cavs are 4-2-1 on 0 days rest against the spread. The Kings are 3-5 on 0 days rest against the spread, so we like seeing that. Cavs, so far on the season, 3rd in the NBA in defensive efficiency. The Kings are 26th. Cavs also 15th in offensive efficiency. Kings 23rd. So just coming into this game, evaluating these two teams, getting a chance to watch these two teams play a lot this season, I would say the Cavs are definitely better overall. Significantly, particularly on the defensive end, they play great team defense. And both teams here are coming into this game fairly healthy. No major injuries right now listed on the injury report. We already know Rubio is done for the year for the Cavs, which kind of stinks. But Rondo honestly has filled those shoes well so far with the Cavs. Like I said, no significant injuries though coming into this game outside of that. Coro's out, but that really doesn't bother me. A lot of games he's not a huge contributor there for the Cavs. So honestly, I love it there, guys. They've been very good to us here on the channel. When we've decided to go Cavs spread, it's usually worked out. So we love it there for our number 2 pick. Cleveland Cavaliers minus 4.5 spread here versus the Sacramento Kings at minus 110 odds. Okay, and at number 3, we are going with the over 215.5 points in the Celtics-Pacers game at minus 112 odds. So by the numbers, this makes a lot of sense on paper and also matchup-wise as well. Celtics allow 107.9 points per game on the road. Pacers allow 108.5 points per game at home. So you look at that, it's about 216.4. Put those two together. Indiana Pacers score 112 points per game at home, and the Celtics allow 108.3 points per game on the road. So that's over 220 there. So you average those out, you're looking at about 218. If you average those 4 factors out. And, you also take into account here 6 of the last 8 meetings between these two have gone over. And the 2 losses were 214 points and 215. So basically on the hook in both of those. If you get a field goal in either of those, you cash the over. So it could be 8-0 in the last 8. So obviously it's very significant. Both teams here are coming in fairly healthy. Celtics are definitely healthy here coming in. Pacers have a few players listed as questionable. Brogdon and LeVert will be questionable for this game. Brogdon with an Achilles injury and LeVert on the COVID list. He's been on there the last week or so, so there's a chance that he could clear before game time, but we'll see about that. I'm not really relying on LeVert to play, but obviously I'd like to see that if he could play as well. On the season, Pacers not a great defensive team, statistically speaking anyway. Pacers are 21st in the NBA in defensive efficiency. Now, Boston is pretty solid. They are 6th in defensive efficiency, but they do allow more points on the road. So I definitely think there's an opportunity here, for us to cash. I think there'll be a great opportunity for us to cash. The history definitely speaks, and by the numbers, it makes a lot of sense. So love it there, guys, for our number 3 pick. Over 215.5 points in the Celtics-Pacers game at minus 112 odds. Okay, and finally at number 4, we're going with Donovan Mitchell under 28.5 points here for the Utah Jazz at minus 112 odds. So Mitchell on the season 8-5 in his last 13 games to this under, so we like seeing that. Mitchell is 7-1 in his career to this under versus the Detroit Pistons, including 4-0 in Detroit, so we love seeing that. And I call this an average matchup. Pistons allow the 9th most points in the NBA to shooting guards, but the 9th fewest points to point guards. And you'll see Mitchell here playing a little bit of both. And overall, actually Detroit actually plays solid defense overall at home. They're actually 10th in the NBA in defensive efficiency at home. Significantly better than on the road. So, I think the Pistons definitely could limit Mitchell a little bit here. There's better spots on the floor for the Jazz to take advantage of, particularly at small forward. They allow the most points in the NBA to small forward. So I think I was actually leaning Bogdanovich. Bogdanovich is over in this game. He's had some success here lately as well. So if you're looking for an over to play, I would recommend Bogdanovich. But wasn't, like I said, the blowout potential definitely scares me on that front, and so that's why I kind of wanted to find a good under here, and I think we got one here. Mitchell averages 26.7 points per game on the road, so that's obviously down from 28.5 there. His line has gone up significantly over the course of the season, guys. I was playing his lines. I was playing a few of his overs early on in the season at like 24.5 and 25.5, and we're up to 28.5 here, so definitely loving the under look here. And it's just a good spot here for it because the Pistons, could play some solid defense here. That might mean they might hang around, but either way, I'm fine with that. Like I said, I think there's just better spots on the floor for the Jazz to take advantage of. I love it there, guys. Love the success. 7-1, like I said, to the under versus the Pistons in his career. 8-5 in his last 13 overall. About an average matchup and the blowout potential. So love it there for our number 4 pick. Donovan Mitchell under 28.5 points here for the Utah Jazz at -112 odds. Okay, guys, that's going to do it for our official picks. Just wanted to let you know one lean that I had today as well. The over 225.5 points in the 76ers-Rockets game. I had a heavy lean on that one. I believe the over was cashed in the last 5 matchups between those two teams. So definitely could see points in that game. So if you're looking for another over-under play, that could be a good place to look there as well. Other than that, guys, that's going to do it for me. If you're new to the channel, please be sure to hit that like and subscribe. If you're a returning viewer, please also consider hitting that like button as well. I really do appreciate all of you. You guys are absolutely awesome. We had a great week here at the channel as far as growth. And finished out the week there strong with a 3-1 episode on Sunday. Easily, like I said, could have gotten the 4-0 if Murray got one more bucket. But what can you do? We're going to get this 4-0 today, guys. Let's remain confident. Let me know what you're playing down in the comment section. One other thing I want to let you know about. We do have a new membership thing here on the channel as well if you're interested in checking that out. You'll notice there is a join button down below there next to where the subscribe is. Now, it may not show up on your phone. It's more likely to show up on the desktop. So if you're interested in checking that out, there's some custom emojis and things of that nature. No pressure on that stuff. Just want to let you know that it is there. Okay, guys, other than that, that's going to do it for me. I hope you all have a great rest of your day. Let me know what you're playing. Check out the Discord. Other than that, let's have a great rest of our day. Let's cash out today. Let's get this 4-0. And we will be back tomorrow with another episode. Until then, have a great rest of your day, and we will catch you next time. Peace out.